Okay, let's talk about the interesting things. One of the most difficult things in our times is the idea that you have to film yourself. I'm a production guy. I am working in the production space since 2013 in the creative part to create beautiful imagery. And now from February, I started to tell my story because until now I was the man behind the brand, the man behind the camera. I was the one to create. I was the one to tell other people's story. Now it's time to create my own. When you work in a corporate and you work with big businesses, the problem is that you don't have much control of the creative process. So usually you create a proposal, a pitch, you send it, they approve it, if they approve it, and after that, the whole process goes on and on and on through the marketing department, marketing board, the board, and all of that, and they come towards you with all kinds of modifications. So in the end, when it's time for shooting, the creative process is no longer in your hands. So after years of doing that, I've decided to tell my own stories. I started with different travel videos, different off-road adventures, because I bought a car, a Land Rover Discovery 2, back in November. And I want to tell my own stories. And when I started, actually in February, I started to be more present, to tell different things, to be vocal in the social media space. I've realized that now we have a different problem. Now we have a problem of filming ourselves, because I started from photography, going towards the videography and the filmmaking. I love doing filmmaking. I love commercials. I love doing documentaries, and I still do. But when you have to film yourself, you have to think about not only the story that comes through your camera, but also the behind the scenes part. Or you have to think differently when you are in front of the camera, while also trying to be the operator of the camera, the solo filmmaking challenge. Because you always have to think different. You always have to think at every part while being in the frame. So in February I started. I've learned a lot since then. I've made a couple of videos, not so much. I wanted to do more, but I didn't have the time and energy to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 a week. So I realized here we have a challenge. All people around us, they need to be on camera because this is social media in our days. If you are not on social media, you do not exist, especially if you want a business. I am building my own personal brand. I am raising my social media profiles. I am on Instagram. I am less on TikTok because I'm not used to it. I love YouTube because nowadays I've seen more and more people going towards the long form content, not only the 10-15 seconds of a video. And I want to tell stories. And when you want to tell these stories, you need time. You need time to create. You need the viewer needs time to understand what is happening. So I love the long form content. So this is my journey along the way. I'm trying to tell the stories. I'm doing the solo filmmaking. It's time for Andy to take a step forward and be the one who speaks here. Since February, a lot of interesting things happened, especially because of me appearing on social media. I became a Focus Nordic ambassador. I was a speaker at TIFF, Transylvania International Film Festival, invited by Red to tell my story as a DP. And I've met so many people, interesting people with interesting stories. I am a Red Komodo X owner. I love shooting with a Red Komodo X. It's one of the best cameras, no, the best camera I ever worked with. So yeah, for a long time, I've had the mindset that my accent, because I'm from Romania, it's a little bit difficult for people to understand. But as I'm speaking slowly, I will get better and better. I wanted to first I wanted to speak in Romanian, but after that I realized that the people that can watch me and be inspired by me, I hope so. I hope my biggest dream is to help over 1 million people to have a change in their life. Maybe a small change, maybe a big change, but I want to help people have a change in their lives. So 1 million people until 2030. So yeah, this is it. This is a little bit of my story. This is a little bit of my project. I will try to show you my journey along the way, and I will try to show you different things I'm learning as a production guy, as a camera guy that has to learn to think differently. Hope you join my journey, and see you soon.